आप लोग ने सरकार का जो लास्ट ऑफर था उसको फिर से रिजेक्ट कर दिया, उसके पीछे वजह क्या थी?
उसकी वजह यही है कि हम चाहते हैं जो 3 कानून हैं खेती संबंधी और रद्द हों, और 2 बिल भी रद्द हों, और किसानों को MSP मिले, PDS मिले और सरकारी खरीद भी मिले।
तो इसके पीछे जैसे सरकार ने सरकार की तरफ से अभी तक का सबसे अच्छा ऑफर था, तो अगर सस्पेंशन के बाद सरकार चाहती है कि बातचीत हो जाए तो उसमें ये क्यों मुश्किल है?
नहीं, अच्छा ऑफर नहीं था। हम जो ये आंदोलन खड़ा हुआ है ना, ये 3 कानूनों को रद्द करने के बेस पर ही खड़ा हुआ है, और हम इसे रद्द करा करके जाएंगे, इधर उधर की बात नहीं मानेंगे।
Now we'll speak to you, sir. Yes. So, once again, the farmer unions have rejected this the offer which was given by the government. So, what was the reason? Because you could have, the suspension was there, and dialogues could have continued after it. Because you guys also are struggling here at the borders in this chilling winter.
देखो, ऐसा है कि सस्पेंड करने से कोई कानून रद्द नहीं होते। ये एक इंटर्म चीज़ है, कानून तो रहते हैं फिर भी। हमारी मांग तो फ्रॉम द डे वन दैट दीज एंटी फार्मर लॉज दे बी रिपील्ड। वी आर ऑफ द फर्म ओपिनियन व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड द एजिटेशन इन पंजाब आल्सो एंड इन कंट्री आल्सो, ऑल फार्मर्स यूनियन दे आर यूनानिमस ऑन दिस पॉइंट सिंस these farm laws have been enacted without taking the people into confidence, without taking even the Parliament and Rajya into confidence, and they are going to privatize the agriculture. Why they are bringing in the agriculture corporate sector, Adani, Ambani? There is no need. Why they are dismantling the APMC, which is an established system since 1961? We have no problem for that. So principally we say, when you have enacted these laws, those who are going to bypass the powers of the state and against federalism, agriculture is a state subject. Using the concurrent list, which only relates to trade and commerce, you are enacting, you are framing the laws on the agriculture and imposing on the state, which is encroachment in the powers of state. That's why these are unconstitutional. This is the one point. This is the one point. Another point that you are bringing the private sector in the agriculture. Since till today, agriculture is not privatized. In the foreign countries where the agriculture is privatized, only 2 to 5% people, they remain in agriculture. Others have forced to leave the agriculture. So in our country, there are 86% people, those who own 2 to 5 acres of land, means small farmers. The objective reasons in this anti-farmer laws is very clear, that government wants to bring the investment in agriculture, but government itself don't want to invest in agriculture. They are bringing private investment, corporate sector. So they are privatizing. Another argument is that these 86% farmers, they are marginal small farmers. Their agriculture has become non-profitable. So they want to oust them. They want to shut them out from the agriculture.
Now the thing is, my last question to you is, sir, that what is the way ahead? Because government has said that they will not repeal the laws. They are ready for the amendments, and you guys are adamant here that repealment of the laws is most important.
We are not going to accept this thing. They have tried so many options. So many options. First there was their laws are perfect. You accept the amendments. We rejected that. Then they try to adopt the route of Supreme Court. One committee was formed without consultation of farmers. In fact,
well, that clearly shows
members
for
of
now. Madhurima, thanks very much for the update. Mahima, if I can